2 AFC championship games. It'll be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and New York Jets to determine who goes to the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl in New Mexico to play for to fight for the national championship. Well, the NFC is set. The Lions will fight the Panthers in Vegas to see if they go to the championship game. But meanwhile, here we go from Minnesota again. And it's time for the Jets to fight with Big Ben and the Steelers. And there's nothing Big Ben would love more than to go play for a trip to the national championship in his final season. Darnold, Big Ben, gonna fight it out. Jets had a great season, same with the Steelers. Steelers got blown out by the Packers in week 1, but then week 5, the Steelers ended up blowing out the Packers. Everything turned out for them. As we're about to kick this away, 6-minute quarters. And then later tonight, we have the Chiefs and Colts fighting it out at Arrowhead for a shot to go to the Fiesta Bowl. We're underway here in the first AFC Championship game. Here's the return. Jets are the home team, Steelers the visitors. Both teams wearing their dark jerseys. And Darnold coming out to go to work.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Great season for Darnold and the Jets. They smoked the Buccaneers in week 1, holding them to no touchdowns in that game. And off to a good start here with a first forward completed pass of the game.
Complete to Chris Herndon. A 3-yard pickup.
Herndon with the catch. Second down and 7 now. Going to hand it off. Oh, shy of a first, but Frank Gore with a nice rush there.
That's good for a Jets.
And getting close and close to preseason for Summer League. And this time Darnold's going to get sacked, but I thought for sure he had released the ball before then. Fortunately, they just came up behind him before he could do anything. And
It's second down.
on the run, throws it incomplete. Darnold got off to a good start, but so far 2 incomplete passes because he got sacked
Incomplete.
on one and then threw another incomplete pass on another. Darnold's not getting any protection in the back pocket and throws another incomplete pass. And with 4:17 to go in the first,
Incomplete.
the Steelers
In a 4th down.
will see the football. And now it is time for the Jets to punt.
Braden Mann in punt formation for
And the Jets, good news is for the losing team of this game, they still play in a bowl game because they had a good season and they have a chance to be a champion after all of a bowl game. They just won't be eligible to play for the national championship.
Steelers take over first
But the
and
Jets
10.
came into this game and they said they're going to go play for a championship. They don't want to not get that chance. It's Big Ben gonna fire it down the field. One hand catch. Claypool. A 51-yard reception.
For a Pittsburgh Steeler.
And already Pittsburgh off to a good start here. Fortunately, after this season, they're going to lose Juju Smith-Schuster. And speaking of the devil, that was Smith-Schuster Big Ben tried to target.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Juju with the catch. That time. 3rd down and 4. Started this drive off on a good start. You really don't want to punt here or kick a field goal. It would be a field goal attempt. Ebron incomplete. And it will be a field goal, but at least they're going to get some points on the board. Boswell on for the 28-yard attempt. And the kick is good to give the Steelers a 3-0 lead.
Makes the score Steelers 3, Jets 0.
So now what can the Jets do after forcing the Steelers to kick a field goal?
Well, to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Here's Ballantyne on to return it. Ballantyne! He breaks free! 20, 10, 5, touchdown! A 92-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets will lead. Ballantyne, he got on the foot speed and pretty much like Tyreek Hill. He's fast. McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that kick is good. So now the Jets lead 7-0, or 7-3, excuse me, after trailing 3-0. And it only took one kickoff for them to get that. So now they're kicking off, and the Steelers are looking to repeat what they just saw, or at least score. Nice return there to the 29.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Steelers losing Big Ben and Juju Smith at the end of this year. Big Ben's retiring. Juju Smith heading to Kansas City. They've already got the contract and stuff done. Tyreek Hill is unfortunately heading to Miami after Miami traded for him. And intercepted. And the Jets
take over 1st and 10.
will take the ball back the other way and have a chance to put themselves out ahead farther. Darnold's pass is complete, and this is going to go for a 1st down. Now remember, it's the 1st quarter, so no 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Darnold looking incomplete. Intended for Perriman.
Darnold's pass intended for Brashad Perriman. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
On the run. Mims, touchdown.
Denzel Mims. Touchdown, Jets.
And the Jets return a kickoff for a touchdown after a failed first drive on offense, and their second drive on offense is a touchdown. McLaughlin's kick is good, and 14-3.
Makes the score Jets 14, Steelers 3. Ray McLeod on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from their own 27. What team will fly from here in Minnesota to Mexico? And what team will fly from here to Philadelphia?
Intended for Vance McDonald. Incomplete.
The team flying to Philadelphia will be the team that loses. Incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass, incomplete. Intended for Jalen Samuels. Brings up third down and 10.
Roethlisberger throws incomplete.
Roethlisberger on
Fourth down and 10. 72 seconds to go in the first. And a punt.
Cameron Sutton on the return.
Here's Darnold and the Jets. Darnold made his return to the Jets week 1. Oh, he fumbled it, but the Jets jump on it. And he'll be 2nd and 4 instead of a fumble loss. Darnold fires for Gore, and he's dropped immediately before he could get across the line to gain. 3rd down and 1.
That's a gain of 4.
8 seconds to go here in the first. This most likely the final play. Darnold over the middle, caught. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. So after 1, Jets 14, Steelers 3.
Steelers 3.
Darnold reaching up and making the grab. Hard on.
A gain of 26 more yards. That's another Jets.
And at halftime, we will break down the final scores of the 2 NFC Championship games. Here's that's intercepted. And the bowl games so far. So the Steelers get a takeaway with 5:25 to go until halftime.
First and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
And that's good for the Steelers. They needed something like that. And that's good that they kept them out of the end zone, or at least a field goal attempt, by getting that interception. As here's Juju Smith over the middle. And a first down for the Steelers. And Pittsburgh's got plenty of time to take the ball down the field and score, too. Big play coming over the middle. Juju Smith. I think before halftime, you make this a 4-point game.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After it being an 11-point game. Had time to throw it, does, sets, and most intercepted, but incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete on the jump ball.
And you see Roethlisberger not messing around. He's getting the snap, finding his open receivers downfield, and throwing it to him as that is incomplete. And I think you go for a shorter pass here on 3rd down and 10. You really don't want to do anything too silly again.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And yep, gonna go for a short pass. This time he's open for a minute, but driven to the ground inside the 15.
Pittsburgh Steelers. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So inside the 15 for Pittsburgh, and you really don't want another field goal. So you gotta get a touchdown.
Roethlisberger's pass complete to Jalen Samuels. It's a gain of 8.
Yeah.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Jets' 6-yard line.
Yeah, you really don't want to also do really too big of plays into the end zone. That was a smart move by Roethlisberger just to flip it to Samuels, and that's what he's doing again. And only got back to the line of scrimmage.
Complete to Jalen Samuels. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Roethlisberger fires, and that's a touchdown. Johnson with the catch, and an extra point away from making this a 4-point game. Here's Boswell. And that kick is good. So off the interception, they really capitalize good. I mean, they get the interception, and they waste no time getting the ball down the field and scoring a touchdown. And now the Jets have 2:37. Still plenty of time. 37 seconds till the 2-minute warning. Still plenty of time before half to get the ball down the field and maybe stretch that lead out some more. As here's Ballantyne. He already returned a kickoff for a touchdown. And back in the first quarter, immediately after the Steelers kicked their field goal to take a 3-0 lead. And return to their own 32. Here's Darnold.
Darnold's pass complete to Ty Johnson. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Darnold. Short pass to Mims. He's still on his feet. Mims down the sideline. And as we reach the 2-minute warning, with 1:54 down inside the 20. So 1:54 to go until halftime. Can the Jets now capitalize and score? And gets it inside the 10.
13 more yards.
I think right here, if you're the Steelers, you hold them to a field goal. And stepped out at the 5. And that is an example of the runner not really being aware of where he was. He could have easily got that and turned that into a touchdown. That is a touchdown, however. With 1:23 to go until halftime. And it's a booth review. Inside of the final 2 minutes, reviews are only reviewed inside in the replay booth by the replay officials. And is that a touchdown? The refs look at each other and they say, yeah, it is a touchdown. And the Jets are going to line up and go for 2, make it 22-10. Oh! He should have stayed there. He threw it to his receiver, and the receiver dropped it. So instead of it being 22-10, it's 20-10, and a 10-point game. Pittsburgh, 1:22, still time to get this down the field and score a touchdown before halftime.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, from their own 28, 1:19 to go until half. Roethlisberger out of the pocket, he fumbles, and the Jets pick it up. And this is going to be a touchdown. And it stands. McLaughlin's kick is good, and it makes it 27-10.
Makes the score Jets 27, Steelers 10.
Now, I want to see if the Steelers can go ahead and make a comeback in the second half. As of right now, there's no way they're going to come back before halftime, but I want to see if they could get a touchdown heading into half, and that could maybe build their momentum heading into the second half.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
All right, now the Jets are beating them. It was 14-10. Jets score, fail the 2-point, 10-point game. Then the Steelers fumble, and that results in a fumble recovery for a touchdown. At this point, you gotta send it down the field. Roethlisberger's struggling a little bit here.
Brings up 3rd down.
Punch this thing into the end zone before half. You gotta get a good play, and you gotta get it now.
Roethlisberger on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And the Steelers do not know what to think. Everything they seem to be trying seems to be failing. Meanwhile, Roethlisberger on 4th down, flag on the play. It's caught. 18 seconds to go until half. And it is defensive pass interference. So that moves it to the opponent 50. To make it a 10-point game, can you go 50 yards in 18 seconds? Oh, you gotta hope for another defensive penalty. 11 seconds.
On the keeper. Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Had to just release it. And he caught it at the 23. Now you have 4 seconds to put this into the end zone. And they're just going to take the field goal. That's a smart choice. Not a touchdown, but smart choice to make themselves down by 14 heading into halftime. That's a very smart choice. And we head into halftime. So, the first NFC Championship game. Lions defeat the Cowboys 52-28. They are heading to Las Vegas to play in the Las Vegas Bowl for a shot to go to the national championship. And a couple nights ago, a crazy game where the Panthers found themselves trailing 17-0. They overcame it and won the game 41-37. Here's the deal. 34-37. Rams just kicked a field goal, thought they had it won. Cam Newton launches one down the field, and his runner takes it all the way into the end zone. The extra point's good. Great defensive plays after that. They escape with the win. They're heading to Las Vegas to play the Lions for a shot to go to the big game. Meanwhile, in our game, 27-13, currently the Jets are harming the Steelers as we get the second half underway. So Steelers get the football, and that's something that they wanted to see. And we're underway in the second half, and can they overcome this 2-score deficit and potentially win this game or send it to overtime. Here's Big Ben. And Chase Claypool making a play. How about that? See, Roethlisberger, he's got to understand that they're going to rush him. He has to get out of the pocket and escape the defenders. And open receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster. He can't get all the way in, but that's a big play over the middle.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Roethlisberger, touchdown. Johnson's second of the game. 19-27 now. I think you just take the extra point and make it a 7-point game. And here's Boswell's kick, and that is good. So now 20-27. 4:52 to play here in the third quarter. Now what can the Jets do?
To kick off for Pittsburgh.
I'd like to see the Steelers get another turnover and score. Here's Ballantyne. You got to stop him first. You know he can return it for a kickoff return, and they run him down at his own 22.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And nice defense there. Brings Frank Gore down, and it's actually a loss of 3.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
Darnold gonna fire. This is gonna be caught. Flags on the play. He's driven down by Hayden.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Oh! Hayden grabbed his face mask. So that's going to be a first down for the Jets.
Automatic first down.
And yikes, a great defensive play ended in a face mask penalty. Darnold under pressure throws it. He does get away with it. It's going to be incomplete instead of a sack. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Fakes the handoff. And he fumbled it, and the Jets recover it. 3rd down and 20, though.
Ben Roethlisberger sacked. A fumble on
The
the
Roethlisberger and the Steelers, they can have a chance to tie this up. And knocked down at the 26.
Darnold's pass complete.
That was what Hayden was looking for on that one play where he grabbed the face mask. Now it's 4th and 22, 3:23 to play. The Steelers are not out of it yet. No, not at all. And all they need is a touchdown and extra point to tie this game up.
In punt formation for the
Well,
Jets.
the Jets will go to the bench. They'll regather, figure out what they can do differently. And then they'll go from there. And stop before he could even return it.
Ray McLeod on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So here's Big Ben. Crazy game so far. Tipped, incomplete, and that time he kind of did have to run, so
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
didn't expect that one to be caught.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Roethlisberger gets out of the pocket, gonna fire. That's gonna be caught. Chase Claypool giving his team a chance with a 40-yard reception. And if you're the Jets defense, you gotta know that by now. You should know by now that Claypool's gonna run a deep route as Roethlisberger's in trouble. Throws incomplete.
Roethlisberger on the keeper.
2nd and 10, and you really don't want a field goal here. Chase Claypool will just set you up to in a good position to try to score some points. So a field goal really is not going to be very beneficial here, and you would still trail. Third down and 9. Roethlisberger gets rid of it. It's caught. Claypool.
Chase Claypool. That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Going for the end zone. It's tipped and caught. Juju's in. Touchdown. Tried to go for James Washington. It gets tipped. Juju catches it, and before they could stop him, dives straight into the end zone. 76 seconds to go in this third quarter. And the Steelers are back in it. They kick a field goal, get a touchdown, and then now they get another touchdown and are an extra point away from tying this one up. Here's Boswell. And that kick is good, and we're tied at 27.
That ties the game at 27.
Well, if you thought the Steelers were out of it, think again, but don't even think that the Jets are out of it, because the Jets have had their struggles, but been able to have drives after struggles where they could just laugh about those struggles, as there's a return to the 27.
Take over first and 10.
Tied at 27. Minute 13 to go in the third. Still got a fourth quarter to go, so we can't really talk about overtime rules yet, as that's caught by Mims for a first down. But if we were with a minute to go in the fourth, then we would be discussing overtime rules with you guys. Well, we'll have to see. Darnold fires, and that's caught out of bounds. 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. Had to throw out of the sack. Watt brings him down.
Darnold's pass complete to Ty Johnson. A loss of 1 brings up third down and 11.
That is caught in a big play as time expires in the third. So off to the fourth and final quarter, all tied at 27. Jets scored 0 points in the third quarter. But here they are on the opponent 9. First and goal with just 6 minutes left in regulation. That is caught and knocked to the ground at the 3. Darnold is giving his team a chance. Darnold's looking for open receivers. That's intercepted. And just runs out of bounds. Smart decision there. So we were talking about how Darnold was giving his team a chance, and then next play is an interception, trying to find an open receiver to throw to. And then just throws it into the air because he has defenders in the back. Connor.
Number 30, James Conner, the ball carrier.
So tied at 27 and getting close and close to discussing overtime rules.
At the 23-yard line.
Incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass intended for Deontay Johnson. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 4.
And that was a late hit,
Roethlisberger's pass incomplete.
or an early hit before he even had the ball, but referees didn't see a problem with it. And on 4th and 4, Steelers probably could have gone for it, but... And how about that? He picks the ball up, runs him to the ground immediately. Well, you know the Jets can, just like the Steelers are, you know the Jets have receivers that get down the field. So if you can run them over and maybe potentially make them have to go farther, then you actually have a chance. That's tipped and incomplete. He could have picked it off right there. 4:31 to go. Darnold, he has pressure, throws it into the air, incomplete. 4:24 to go in the fourth. And Darnold and the Jets are struggling now. He keeps getting rushed. This time he's going to get rushed and sacked. 4th and 21.
A loss of 11 yards. Another 3 and out.
How about that? Another 3 and out for the Jets after the Steelers forced them to those 3 and outs. And nice move by the Jets, running them down immediately.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24
Heck,
line.
no team scored here in the fourth quarter. Do we go to overtime? Samuels is stopped.
Number 38, Jalen Samuels, the ball carrier. Henry Anderson on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. The 25-yard line.
3rd down and 19.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
And the Chiefs and Colts are paying close attention to this one to figure out what they're going to do in tonight's game. And it's in this same stadium. Incomplete. 3rd and 19. 4th and 19, and if you're the Steelers, just punt the ball.
To punt for the Steelers.
Yeah, you don't want to go for it when it's 4th and 19. You're on your own 15 because then that's when you run into trouble. But the Jets get it in opponent territory with 2:37 to go.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Can they capitalize? So far, not a single postseason game has gone into overtime. Could today be a first? Incomplete. Hit as he threw it.
Darnold's pass intended for Denzel Mims. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Darnold. Intercepted! And the Steelers have it on their own 46. 3 turnovers for the Jets. Samuels broke several tackles. And now it's 2nd and 1. And we reached the 2-minute warning. So inside of 2 minutes. Remember, all replays come from the booth. So if the referees or if somebody wants something looked at, they can't do that. The referees can, however, as that's incomplete. And now that we're under 2 minutes to go, we will discuss the rules of overtime. Basically, here's how it works. We play our usual 1 overtime period. If the team that gets the ball scores a touchdown on their first drive, then the game's over. They win it. If they turn the ball over and the other team goes and scores any point, whether it be a field goal or touchdown, that team wins the game. If both teams kick field goals, then we're into sudden death. The next team to score wins. Whether it be a field goal or a touchdown or safety. That's also for if the first thing's a safety on their first possession. Now, since it's the postseason, if we are tied at the end of our 1 overtime period, we restart the game, and it will be whatever the score is. So let's say it's still 27-27. After 1 overtime period, we restart the game. Both teams will get a possession, so if the Steelers score a touchdown, they'll kick the extra point, 34-27. Then the Jets get a chance to make it 34-34 to keep the game alive. And then we're in the sudden death. The next team to score wins. But if the Jets do not score, then the Steelers win it. As here's a field goal attempt. That kick is good. So will we see overtime? 13 seconds. No. I don't think we see overtime. I think the Steelers just won it. But keep in mind, we may think the Steelers just won it, but the Jets... they're going to let it be a touchback. Smart move. Bring it out to the 25 and get the ball downfield into field goal range to tie it. 13 seconds. All 3 timeouts. Incomplete. 6 seconds. And no, we will not see overtime. The Steelers win it. So we're actually going to bring you the Chiefs game now. So 30-27. So we did discuss the overtime rules, just in case we did go. But the Steelers with that field goal win it. And they will be heading to Mexico to play whoever wins the Chiefs-Colts game in the Fiesta Bowl. Meanwhile, the Jets will be heading to Lincoln Financial Field to play the loser of the Colts versus Chiefs game in Philadelphia. Steelers win it 30-27. But don't go anywhere, because up next we have the Colts and Chiefs.